Oh my God. This movie scared the living piss out of me. Let me rephrase that. I don't know if I was more, it wasn't fear, it was anxiety. I was nervous. I was frightened for the characters in the movie. If any of you saw the trailer, you know that this movie is about a child trapped in a basement with a black phone that rings, and the voices on the other end are trying to help him. I don't know where to start, but I will say this. If any of you do not know who the villain is, and you don't want to know, I say go into it blind. You don't want to know who plays the villain? Go into it blind. He already plays a really good villain in a series that was just on. However, I didn't realize it was him until the end. He does a good, oh my God. He does a good job of being creepy and scary and haunting, all and dangerous, all at the same time. The kids in the movie did a relatively good job. You know what I mean? I know it's hit or miss a lot of times with child actors because they're child actors. You don't know how they're going to portray certain things. I gotta say, the main children, the brother and sister in the movie, I felt did a really, really good job. There were certain side characters I was kind of like, And the way they had the children actually had altercations in the movie. They had like these the fights that they had. It looked really choreographed with the children. I'm like, what is this, a kung fu movie, or is this about kids fighting on the playground? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? And there's like 2 fights that I can remember. I'm like, kids don't even talk or fight like this. Like, what? Sometimes the dialogue in the movie with the way kids are talking to each other and to adults, I'm like, no. That's not how kids talk. I was a kid before, I remember. So, anyway, other than that, it's some murder, mystery, suspense, thriller, horror movie. And to me, it is the most nail-biting experience I have ever had in any movie. It reminds me of when I played The Last of Us, Part 1. Absolutely love that game. It was the first game that I ever beat, and then I clapped at the end. Absolutely love the story from beginning to end. Love the DLC. And what I have to say is, people know me as the guy that's a man's man. So whenever I pick characters in games, I usually pick the toughest dude or the coolest dude that I can find to play as, because I identify with those characters. However, in The Last of Us, you're forced to play with Ellie, the little girl. And I was telling people during my live streams, I said, this is weird, but I feel like I have to play more careful when I'm playing with Ellie, because I need to protect her from being hurt or being killed by these things. I actually think I played better with Ellie than with Joel because I was more cautious. With Joel, I was more gung-ho, bash him up, do whatever. But with Ellie, I always wanted to protect her. I never wanted to see her get hurt or hit or killed. You feel like this in this movie. You are so afraid and scared, and you want to help these children, and you can't. You're forced to watch these children figure things out. The child basically figure things out for themselves, and there's points where you think things are going to be okay and they're not. But if you're a movie person, you know that it's too early in the movie for things to be okay or at a certain part. Man. So I'm going to tell you this. If you are a horror fan, definitely go and see this. If you are a fan of being scared and having anxiety forced into your chest and heart and worrying about characters, go ahead and see it. Oh, man. So I'm going to give this movie a 4.25 out of 5. Woos! Some of the child acting and some of the choreographed fights and some of the dialogue took me out of the movie some of the time. That's the reason why I'm giving it 4.25. You know what I mean? If it looked like kids really fighting, if it sounded like kids would say to each other and to adults, you know, and if the acting was better, because I've seen, you know, a lot of great child actors over the years, you know, but like I said, I get it. Sometimes they may be looking for a particular look, or they just, you know, they're just good. And this happens with adult actors. They're just good enough for the part, you know. So, you know, yeah. Oh my God. Villain, you get 5 stars from me though for that portrayal. Oh my God, you are a piece of shit in this movie. 10 million subscribers.